Hello, beautiful souls. A new year dawns in the pagan culture. So how will we use this energy? So let's start first by smudging so that we clear ourselves. Breathe deeply and become not just those who are awake, but those who are awakened. So there you go. So place your hands in your heart. Hey Meg, hey Reg, Lorene. So take a nice deep breath and just draw your essence down into your body from wherever it's been so far today, and allow yourself to be open and available for all that the universe has for you. Yes, here we are in the 11th month, maybe even at the 11th hour in the 11th month. So, let's just talk about that for a moment. And I want to just drop this idea to you. But first, let's shake it up. So when things are going smoothly, there's no growth. Hey, Hector, there's no growth, there's no evolution, there's complacency. And so we allow things ourselves to get into a state of feeling powerless. And we think we have no power, but our essence, the true nature of ourselves, the very true nature of ourselves is our essence. So when you think about your true essence, people are like, oh, they stole my power, or I don't feel like I have any power. Well, first thing I want you to do is pick up a rattle and shake it, because you have forgotten. You've just forgotten. You've just forgotten how much you matter. And when we understand that, when we understand our true essence here is to communicate, collaborate, connect. There's one more C. One more C. Communicate, connect, collaborate. Cooperate. There we go. Yes, okay. So we're here to do these things. We have been trained out of it. Oh, I can't give you what I have because then I won't have enough. We've forgotten that we can share. And then there's enough for everyone. And that's our true nature. That's our essence. And no one can take that from you. I mean, you can not remember for a while. You can even not remember for a couple of decades. But ultimately, you'll remember what you came here to do. Like, think about the word remember. A member is a piece. Like, my fingers are members of my body. So to remember means to bring those back. To remember them, to bring them back again. That's all that word means. So we are calling them back. We're calling back our true nature of caring for one another. We're crawling, absolutely. Let's have a drink on that. So the thing is, we are crawling. Because we've been trained out of being kind. We've been taught to just look aside rather than stop and help. And this training that we've had, well, it's okay to let it go. Because is it working? Do you feel connected? Do you feel like you're collaborating and cooperating? And if you do, doesn't it feel awesome? So let's remember our essence. And then we we can actually use power for what it's meant for. My power is my strength, so that I have the strength to do what I came to do. My essence is to do it with as much love and joy and pleasure and fun as I can conjure up. So, what's your mission? What's your essence? And then use your strength, this idea of power. Someone has power over you. Well, in most cases, not all, that's something that we have been willing to accept. So, in order to not accept that, 24 years ago, I quit my day job because it wasn't serving my soul any longer. And right now, we have a whole lot of folks. So let's send love and light and prayers to them who are choosing also to leave their jobs. So love, light, and blessings. That decision is not easy. And we're here to raise the vibe to love and above. All right, let's drum. So, this is the Witch's New Year. So let's use that energy of newness. Let's, instead of waiting until January and then resolving old problems, let's do it differently this year. Let's set a target for 60 days from now. A personal target, a professional target, a spiritual target, a physical target. So starting right now, what's your target? And then commit to that. Maybe you have a financial goal that you have in mind. Commit to it. Fortune follows the brave and the swift. So that's the next thing. If you have something you want to accomplish, achieve, a target, a goal, whatever you want to call it something sweet. And then you'll be much more attracted to it than if you call it, oh, I have to do this goal, because that's not going to draw your energy. So maybe it's a connection you want to make. Maybe in 60 days you want to be in a relationship. Maybe in 60 days you want to raise a certain amount of money. Maybe in 60 days you want to volunteer a certain amount of time. Then commit to that. And use your will. So, Lorene, that brings up a really good thing. Lorene says that she's got lots of targets. Well, the thing with lots of targets, if you have one dart and 14 targets, you've got to figure out which target to go for first. So it's lovely to have lots, and that's a great point, and thank you for that. So oftentimes we have lots of targets, and then those are distractions. So you narrow it down to one. Take care of the one, take care of the first one, the one, and then there'll be a new one. But when we have lots of targets and 24 hours in the day, you might not be spending your time on the target that you actually prioritize as number one. So having lots is a beautiful thing. And the next step is which one first? Now, if you're running a race, but you see a path over there, and you go off the race course onto the path, you're going to slow yourself down, because then you've got to come back to the path, pick up the pace, and get back in the race. So make it a game and reward yourself along the way. Chances are you'll want to stay on the track. But you know, we've been taught that we can multitask. But the thing about multitasking is that nothing gets your full attention. And when you put, let's say you have 5 targets, you have 100% attention, and you put 20 into each one of those, and what you put out comes back to you, you're going to get a 20% result. So focus without distractions. And then set yourself a time frame. Don't call it a deadline. No one wants to do that. No one wants to do homework. So don't tell yourself it's homework. It's own work. You are owning this work. You're not doing it for someone else. It's your own. All right, let's drum. Wondered why people get moody on Mondays, and sometimes they even start on Sunday. Well, Moon Day is Monday. It used to be called Moon Day, and then to disconnect us from nature, they dropped the O and turned it into Monday. And people feel energy that's connected to the old names of the days, regardless of whether we're calling them or not. So if you find yourself emotional on Monday, kind of annoyed, maybe that you have to be back at work, the old stuff from the 5-day work week. Who made up that story, by the way? And so if you find yourself kind of feeling moody on Monday, you can understand that it's because of the influence of the moon. And the moon influences the water on this planet. You know, and this planet and us, we're mostly water. So you feel the pull of the moon. You feel the emotion. And then we tie it in to and doing something that 63% of the people don't want to do. They don't like their work. So then coupled with the anticipation of going and doing something for another 5 days that you don't like causes us to be moody and miserable, right? So I say, if you don't like what you're doing, well, first of all, change your attitude, because that gratitude as an attitude, but the attitude that, oh, I don't like what I'm doing, how can I create it so that it's tolerable? How can I, and to come back to always, how can I? And when you do that, you might find that how you can is that you actually take a lunch break. And in that lunch break, you do something that you love to do. Maybe you go for a walk. Do you know that 20 minutes a day outside, it doesn't matter if it's raining or snowing or it's sunny, none of those things matter, just the outside boosts your vitamin D level. So if you start feeling grumpy like I do in the winter, boost your vitamin D. Go outside for a walk. Now, some people need to get a dog to be able to do that. So if you can't commit to yourself, you can commit to your dog. And when you commit, you do it without distractions, right? You just don't go, oh, doggy, I'll take you out tomorrow. Or maybe the day after, because, you know, I'm sort of distracted with this. So we do for our dogs what we won't do for ourselves. How ridiculous. And loving and caring and compassionate. So now let's turn that energy that we would turn on a dog. Because you know it's true. Those of you who have had dogs. So let's turn that energy on ourselves. And follow your true essence. Don't worry about, oh, I don't have the power to do that. Don't worry about that. Your essence will guide you. The thing is that your essence needs you to get off your butt and do it. And so, commit for the next 60 days to something. Reading 10 pages of a book. Seeing one movie every week. You know, this commitment, it doesn't have to be something terrible. Oh, I commit to eating asparagus. Well, you know, I personally don't like asparagus, so I'm not going to commit to that. But I can commit to eating another green vegetable. See, you got to make it work for yourself. Your essence, your true self knows. So, when you tap in, then, when you tap in to your true essence, then it's time for power. But until you know your true essence, you're just wasting your power, because your essence commits. Your essence goes no to distractions. Your essence says yes to focus and correcting and continuing. All right, let's bring it home. Lots of activity here today. So, at this time of the witch's new year, go ahead and adopt it so that you can use this last bit of the Gregorian calendar. This last bit right here, this feather, marks Halloween. And we're on our way to winter solstice right here. So how will you use this bit? How will you be strong for the rest of the year? How will you boost your immune system? That's a much better word than immune system. Your immune system. Yeah, get in touch with your emotions because that'll do it for you. So, how will you boost your immune system? How will you be more playful and laughing and dancing? Tell more stories, more good stories. How can I do that? You might ask yourself. All right, let's drum that into creation. I tell you, when I drum, I can breathe better. So maybe for those folks who feel kind of foggy in their brains, they can just drum. Okay, Meg, that is awesome. I'm so happy for you. So I'm just going to put in a plug for my book. This is my book, Journeys of Transformation. It is a book on it's a how-to book, how to do a shamanic journey, how to understand shamanic journeying, and how to use it as a therapeutic tool. So let me see how many pages it has. It has 252 pages. So that would take you 10 pages, 25 days. There you go. All right, and that's awesome. I'm so delighted that you're committing to doing that. Reading expands you, it deepens you. Right now, I am reading a book called The Future of Humanity by Mikio Kaku, and he's a physicist. He's smart, he's cute, and he is tapped in. He's been on the History Channel on a few of their programs. So blessings. And now let's open to receive, accept, and give away backwards. Okay, that's awesome. All right. Okay, let's energize our hands. It's chilly out today. Put your hands on your heart. Touch yourself, okay? And I open fully to give, accept, and receive all that the universe has for me. I open fully to give. Give it away, give it away, give it away. Accept big bowls out of your hands and receive. Put it in your heart. All that the universe has for me. One more time. I open fully to give, accept, and receive all that the universe has for me. Aho, namaste, bliss. How would I obtain my book? Well, you know what? It's on Amazon. And so maybe if Lorene would be a sweetheart and drop the link in there, she can just pop right over there and get that made. Thank you so much for being here. Have a happy Moon's Day. And if you find yourself a little like this, a little labile in your emotions, you can just thank the moon. And as a matter of fact, if you go out and you look in the early night sky, you will see Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto, all in alignment. So look up, right? I love you. Oh, and in case no one has told you so far today, you are amazing. Blessings, everyone. Have a fabulous Monday. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.